Welcome back to the channel. I guess I should be saying welcome back to myself. I've been on a nice break, enjoying fall. Fall is my favorite time of the year. So I just been enjoying that, and it's honestly been really, really beautiful. Life is definitely about moderation, and I think taking breaks are very important. That's something that I'm starting to really do. So with that being said, we're smoking on my dragons, divine, righteous, almighty, greats, overachieving, never slacking. I hope everybody is having an amazing fall too. And we're going to dive into Rob Zombie Dragula. This is my first time listening. Original link will be in the description. Here we go.
Superstition, fear, and jealousy.
Okay, so I gotta admit, when I first started playing it, definitely was, I didn't know what to expect. I was trying to catch the rhythm. I was trying to really catch what was going on. It was a lot going on there. Uh, but towards the end, middle towards the end, I started to it started to grow on me more and more. Dragula, and you got to put yourself in the mindset of what times were even like back then. As far as me being a millennial, and I would say people younger, Gen Z, when we listen to these older classics that we have never heard, it is important that we put ourselves in that time period so we can do our best to understand that mind frame and how music was so we can absorb it the right way, because if not, we're just going to be super judgmental and be like, why is he doing this, why is it da, 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 da. So much has changed. So I appreciate the classics of yesterday. And when I look right here, it says the Rob Zombie song Dragula is named after the drag racer from the 1960s TV show The Monsters, another classic. I've never really watched The Monsters, but obviously, like, that's something that I've heard about. It says the Monsters, which was a hot rod built from a coffin. Lyrically, the song uses dark and intense imagery associated with horror, death, and destruction to convey themes of power, control, and resilience, with some interpretations focusing on overcoming life's obstacles. So the title is a direct reference to the Dragula vehicle from the classic sitcom The Monsters. And Rob Zombie, a fan of the show, has stated that the name came from the drag star on the show. I definitely appreciate the creativity there, because I'm the type of person, like, I got a lot of influences, and to see even songs like that were, let's see how much views was that on? Dang, 258 million, right? So that's a massive mega hit, right? But everybody has their influences, and I watch a lot of movies, TV shows that I'm heavily influenced by. So I love when I see artists who incorporate that into their music, and and create something new out of it, but still show that they were inspired by it. Especially like with television, everything goes hand in hand. And I've run across a lot of people who are like, "Why do you always bring up movies?" When I do reactions, or why you always bring up TV shows, and it's because I'm just a fan of creativity. I'm a fan of art, and I love to see people. I feel like one of the greatest acts is to inspire, and to see people make music based off something they were inspired by, that they seen on TV. I think is awesome, and I feel like that's why hits turn into massive hits, because they're tapping into that creative element. It's like something in our brain, right? It like entertains something in our brain, and then opens up something in our heart where we're just emotionally tied to it. And it's like watching Willy Wonka as a kid for the first time. You're like, man. Then you see someone who does a music video that's inspired by Willy Wonka. If the song's good and everything they're automatically gonna get to your heart because you already love Willy Wonka. So I think it's also a genius idea too. I think everybody um, should definitely uh, 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 not be afraid to express themselves based off of what they were influenced by. Don't be afraid of what people are gonna say. We all create, and we all kind of, in a sense, passing around the baton. So, but it reminded me. The whole music video reminded me of is that movie called Devil's Advocate? No, that's not it. That's not it. No, the Devil's Rejects. That's what I'm thinking of. It had that whole Devil's Rejects vibe, which is like a big the Devil's Rejects from 2025. That's or 2005. Sorry, that's a massive horror movie hit right there. So I could have swore it was older than 2005, but the way time's been flying, jeez, I always thought that was like a 90s or 80s movie. Man. But with that being said, hey, another song that I now know, and what a way to kick off my 2 days of holiday of horror, holiday horror here on my channel. So this is the first one, and we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna give y'all like 2 days of just majority spooky kind of tracks, and spooky kind of content, and then we're gonna get this ball rolling again. So with that being said, original link in the description. Much love.